Good evening everybody, it is Dace here again, casting another game for the lovely people at StarCraftArena.net. This time it will be a PvP with Esge here, being our StarCraftArena.net hero. And I say that like every opening now, I've realised, like the last two games maybe. Anyway, and his opponent will be Pejzub. Right. To hell with that. He's the enemy Protoss, because that's a freaky ass name. We'll just call him Pej, or Zub, or something, I don't know. Anyway, so Esge sent me this game, and I have reviewed it, and it's an interesting game, it's a fairly interesting game. It is on Steps of War. It, as I said, it is going to be a Protoss versus Protoss. And this is a platinum level game, so Esge informs me. So there won't be a lot of commentating on me like I've done for the Stand Ablaze game or the Butter game, where I was commenting on, you know, stylistic sort of deal, how they done things, what I would improve. Hopefully there shouldn't be too many things I noticed that could be improved by Esge's play, but here we go. So the green Protoss player here, Pej, or Pej, I don't know how the hell you pronounce it to be perfectly honest, got his gateway kind of early on 10, whereas Esge appears to have gone for slightly more standard sort of 12 gate. Now, he did have a scout in here, and I am sort of missing stuff as I'm talking, and noticed, if we just go to the Esge cam, he did notice this 2 gate going down, and responded by throwing down a 2 gate of his own, just to make sure he doesn't fall behind there and get Zealot rushed early on and just lose. Continuing to make probes all the time, which is always good. I didn't really check on his opponent, but it doesn't appear to be making constant probes. So here we go, chrono boosting out the first 2 Zealots here. There was one already out, chasing around Esge's pro. Look at these waypoints, making a little house. Back in Esge's base we have the second warp gate coming in, it's the second gas going up, and he is chrono boosting out his own Zealots, still continuing to make probes. But here comes the first wave of Zealots from his opponent, who is throwing down another pylon. Hasn't really made all that many probes. I mean, if we just compare it to Esge, who's ahead, and it's throwing down a 3rd gateway. So here comes the first attack from the opponent. So we got some Zealot on Zealot action here. It's not looking good for Esge. He is forced to pull probes off the mineral line and just get us around on these Zealots. So the probes and the Zealots will defend, but there is just more and more Zealots streaming in here from Esge, or to Esge's base, sorry, rather. But the combined probes and Zealots from Esge will hold that off. Get back to work. Get back to work. Nope, they are going to continue to help the Zealots to surround, which is fine. So Esge being a complete pro there, holding off that early pressure. Put some people in gas. Go on. No? Okay. Checking on his opponent, he is getting a cybernetics core down and another gateway. He's just now putting guys in gas. Esge just continuing to make a nice group of Zealots here, also expecting more pressure, but his opponent has sort of pulled back and is deciding to tech up. So Esge is going to move out with a scouting probe here to see what's going on. Cybernetics core on the way for Esge. He's finally put guys in gas, and he has just stopped producing out of these gateways for now and is just continuing to make probes. I didn't actually see what happened to this scout, but I presume that it died. I didn't see it coming back. So if we just go to the Esge cam very briefly, yeah, it didn't didn't get in. And his opponent doesn't know what's going on either, which is all good. Back to the everybody cam. There's a stalker on the way for Esge, and his opponent already has one out, and he is getting at another one, making a forward pylon here. So Esge ahead. Just go to units. He does have more zealots, but his opponent, I really am struggling with that name. It's kind of Pejzub. Irrelevant, totally irrelevant. He was ahead on stalkers, but Esge has pulled even, although his opponent does have 3 more on the way from these gateways. He has a Cybernetic core down, but has not yet started warp gate. Esge started his about 20 seconds ago maybe, because I know in game time is slightly faster. So he is going to push forward here with this small force up the ramp. But like I said, his opponent does have more stalkers, which is going to obviously swing this battle a little in his favour. Zealots are just going down so fast here for the combined. So Esge is going to have to run away. Well, his opponent does decide to follow him down the ramp, which does allow those zealots to run out here and get amongst the stalkers. But the stalkers of course can just micro away from the zealots, so Esge is going to pull out, but he has whittled down the numbers at the front here. At the same time, he's chrono boosting out his warp gate. He is making a bunch of stalkers himself, throwing down a 4th gateway. Got his 2nd gas operational. Saturation is really good compared to his opponent, who's not doing too great on the constant pro production. So he has just started warp gate himself. He is going to push out with a small force here. Warp gate finished for Esge. And he is now chrono boosting out hallucination, which is something you don't see a lot of people use. You know, maybe use it for the occasional Phoenix Scout. So here comes the forces up the ramp, but they are going to be pushed back by this. Oh, Stalker getting a little bit out of position there, and Esge just throwing down a force field there to push this back. Oh, is this a messed up rally point there for these units? Yeah, they are rallied to this, which is good, keeps your army together. But Esge now is starting to, I do believe, pull ahead. Yep, he's got more zealots, he's got more sentries, less stalkers, but the worker count now is about average as well. Let's go to the APM, both players. It's not bad APM. I don't know why I go to the APM, really. I mean, my own APM is about 70, maybe, my own, but I do play Zerg, so I'm jumping about quite frequently. That's irrelevant, back to the game. So Esge is fairly saturated here. His opponent is going to put down a 4 pylon, which the 4 pylons been down for ages. He's making a forge. Where's this forge? There's there. And he is attempting to throw down the expansion. Warp gate finishing, and he's turning all his gateways into warp gate. Here's Esge pushing out with this sizable force. And I do believe, yep, hallucination is finished. So let's see what Esge is going to do with this hallucination. There is some forward pylons and photon cannons going down to try and secure this expansion, but Esge is going to push up and just take out the pylon right here. Oh, and there's a Colossus being made with the hallucination ability. Just going to highlight the unit health here very briefly. So Esge pushes up the ramp and then bang, force fields this entire army back here and just focuses down the Nexus. So this expansion is going to fall, and also you can see here he's getting his own robotics, just continuing to sort of warp in units, well, not continuing to make probes right now, but it was. So that's Esge just going to take out the expansion and fall back. Very safe. Very smart. opponent just continuing to go down more pylons, make workers, robotics facility, warping a couple more units. Esge getting his own expansion up now. And an observer is on the way for Esge. Esge doing a really good job keeping this money and gas relatively low. Throwing down some forward pylons here just to help secure this expansion. His opponent has moved out to his natural, but nothing much going on right there. How's he doing for money? He's doing okay. He is supply blocked currently, which is never good. So there is an immortal on the way for SG, and an immortal on the way, and a star. Where is the Stargate? Where is that Stargate? I don't think I. Alright, okay, so the Stargate warping in an immortal, but SG is going to see this with that observer, and then the Stargate gets cancelled and turned into a robotics facility. Okay, that might have been a misclick. Maybe he's seen the observer ripple on the map and thought, I'll try and fake him out, make him think I'm going maybe Void Rays, maybe Phoenix, and then just turned it into a robotics facility. That's my take on it anyway.